I thought he had broads in Atlanta. This is crazy. So, Desiigner, that was the rapper. He was with Good Music years ago from Brooklyn. Had the Panda song, Future influence record. What's impressive to me is that he's still touring all around the world based off that one song. But he was on a plane in Thailand, traveling from Thailand to Tokyo, and claims that he took some kind of, I guess, unidentified pill. I'm assuming it was a sex pill because apparently he is now checking himself into a mental ward for mental health because he indecent exposure. And men, we can walk around with our shirts off. The only thing indecent that we can expose is what's down there. He was down on the plane hijacking. He was hijacking on the plane. You get it? And when he got up, they found a jar of Vaseline in between the seats. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, this is insane. And I mean, he should be beyond embarrassed for what he did. And now he's saying he's got to get his mental health checked out. He's checking into this psyche ward. This is crazy. This is a young man in his prime. So when you hear about, I remember Pee Wee Herman years ago, the old, the white guy who used to do the kid movies back in the 90s. He got caught doing that years ago. But now these details are coming out. Now he's got explanations. He told the feds he hadn't had sex in a week. Just all kind of like just random stuff out here. Because this story actually broke out a few days ago. I just didn't speak on it. I didn't have a lot of details that were out then. But, I mean, it was obvious when they said bro got arrested for indecent exposure. I mean, come on. They say the Panda rapper, whose real name is Sidney Royal Shelby III, is facing a misdemeanor charge of indecent exposure after revealing his genitals multiple times and even masturbating in his seat during the flight, according to legal documents obtained by the Daily Beast. Damn. Yeah, he told the feds he hadn't had sex in a week, so I guess that was his plea for what he did. Now, they said he was on a flight from Tokyo to Minneapolis where this incident occurred. Once the plane landed in Minneapolis, he was questioned by authorities before being go. So they allowed him to do this while he was on the plane mid-flight, because, I mean, mid-flight, I guess it was too much. I don't know. They allowed him to get away with this, and they approached him after he done did all he done did. The criminal complaint filed Monday in Minnesota offers more shocking insight from the bizarre incident, according to a federal agent who's questioned Desiigner and others on the flight because there was witnesses. People are seeing this. Let me see. You got these pop-up ads are crazy. But other people are seeing this. And somebody said that they seen his... he exposed himself 3 times while sitting in the Delta One cabin. The musician was then was told by 3 flight attendants to stop before being escorted to the rear of the plane. This dude had to be told to stop. He was going in. Like, he didn't care. He allegedly expressed remorse to the security guard and apologized to the staff before exiting the plane. Says he needs mental help. He's not thinking clearly. You think, nigga? Oh, come on, man. This is crazy, man. I can't even say with some of the stuff. I'll put the link in the description. Some of the stuff in this article is just ridiculous. 25 years old, was on some type of medication from a previous hospital visit that exposed himself on the flight. When he also wrote that he had been struggling with mental health the past few months. I remember when Takeoff got killed, he was going around. He went viral for. I think he went on Instagram and was crying and screaming, "Oh, why y'all do that?" Oh, like he was. Yeah, that was the last time I heard of him. And he goes on to say, "I'm ashamed of my actions that happened on that plane. I landed back to the station, admitted myself to a facility to help me. I will be canceling all shows and any obligations until further notice. If found guilty of this misdemeanor masturbation charge, Desiigner could face jail time according to the paperwork of indecent exposure on an aircraft." People won't play, man. It's a lot of stuff like federal crimes. It's regular stuff you could do on the ground that you'll get a slap on the wrist for, you do it on a plane, that's a federal crime. You could fight somebody at a bar and go home. You fight somebody on a plane, that's a federal offense. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like, so because he exposed himself on an aircraft, he could do within maximum of 90 days in prison, and then it could be as little as a fine of $500. It just depends on how these people feel. But this was Delta. And with all the stuff people got to deal with already dealing on the plane, you got to get butt naked just to get searched. They violate you from the beginning. You got to deal with long TSA lines, crazy people, babies screaming, all of that. And then you got to deal with somebody on the plane trying to get their rocks off. You hijacking on the plane. Like, come on, bro. This is embarrassing. Way more embarrassing than any attempt that he's had to make a second hit record. Really bad, man. Because like I said, I remember when Pee Wee Herman went through this and everybody was clowning him. But hell, Pee Wee Herman was a creepy, older white guy. So even though it wasn't cool, it was kind of like, were you really surprised? But when you see a young man in his prime doing this, he needs all the mental health help he can get. I don't know what kind of drugs y'all are doing out here. They got y'all exposing yourselves on public planes and stuff like that, but it's getting out of hand, really. So prayers up for Desiigner, because don't know what's going on with that young man, but let me know what y'all think in the comments respectfully.